Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So, in today's video, we're going to talk about ZZZ first anniversary and Wuthering Waves first anniversary. This is a hot topic right now because a lot of people are comparing ZZZ anniversary to Wuwa first anniversary and pretty much saying that, Wuwa could never because the Wuwa first anniversary was extremely mid. Meanwhile, for the ZZZ first anniversary, it's better because there's more content, more rewards, characters getting buffs, etc. So the ZZZ anniversary is just better than Wuwa first anniversary. Now, before we get started, okay, I have a notepad over here. You guys can't see it on my screen, but I did, I did make some comparisons between the ZZZ first anniversary to the Wuwa first anniversary. So we're gonna talk about that later. But I want to go ahead and solidify my opinion and how I feel about both anniversaries. So do I believe do I believe that the ZZZ anniversary is better than Wuwa first anniversary? Yes. Let's be real, guys. It's just a fact. ZZZ first anniversary is just way better because of course the ZZZ first anniversary is in a 0.0 patch. If you guys are not familiar with 0.0 patch, like if you're new to gacha games, 0.0 patches is when like new mechanics get introduced, new region comes into the game, UI improvements. That's when the developers decide to make a huge change to the game, and there's just like a lot of things going on within that 0.0 patch. You look at Genshin Impact, for version 2.0, Inazuma drop. Version 3.0, Sumeru dropping. When Sumeru dropped in version 3.0, they drop the Dendro element, right? 4.0 was Fontaine and 5.0 was Natlin. Every single time these gacha games release a 0.0 patch, that 0.0 patch is like lore, story, new region, new mechanics, all types of stuff, a lot of rewards, events. 0.0 patches are always like the best patches in gacha games. So for ZZZ's first anniversary, it's taking place in a 0.0 patch. So of course, when it comes to content, there's going to be a lot of content in a ZZZ 2.0 because it is a 0.0 patch. There is a new region, a new area that you can explore when it comes to like combat, enemies, events, and etc. There's going to be a lot of things going on. So the fact that first anniversary is taking place in a 0.0 patch for ZZZ, of course, is going to be leagues better than Wuwa's first anniversary because Wuwa's first anniversary is taking place in a filler patch, right? For Wuwa's filler patch, actually no, Wuwa's anniversary took place in version 2.3, and it's a filler patch because there wasn't, the story did not continue, the main story did not continue. It was just Zani's story quest, Jacona's story quest, and we just had this cube event. And yeah, there's really not much going on. There wasn't a new area, like there was really nothing going on in the 2.3 patch because it is a filler patch. So I will say, when it comes to both patches, like, when it comes to anniversary, the reason why Wuwa's is inferior is because Wuwa's anniversary patch its anniversary patch is in a filler patch. Meanwhile, ZZZ's anniversary patch is not a filler patch. It's actually like, how can I say this? It's not a filler patch. It's a story patch where like the story's actually continuing. It's actually like season 2 for Zenless Zone 0, and there's going to be a lot of things going on for this patch. So therefore, of course, it's going to be better when it comes to content. So let's go and talk about the differences between both updates. So first things first, when it comes to the ZZ anniversary, we just talked about the 2.0 patch, how there's like new area and etc. A lot of new characters as well. We have the main characters getting a new skin. The fact that both main characters, both MCs, get a new skin is great. I will say, Wuwa, you guys did take an L on that, and Genshin as well, and and HSR, because you guys still don't have a new skin for your MCs, which is kind of weird. So I will say, ZZZ, you guys definitely got a W on that one. The fact that you do have skins for your main character. Number 3, we have Ellen. She's getting a buff. Really great. I think they're like adding new stuff into her kit, which is really nice. I think it's something to do with like an icy blade, which looks really nice. So that's really good, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that they're buffing some characters is really good. So I will say the Ellen buff is nice. Number 4, 30 free pulls. They're gonna give like 1,600 polychromes. I think they're gonna have like a login event where you log in, you get some pulls, and it's 30 in total. We're also going to get a free weapon as well, a free W engine. It's like a free standard 5-star weapon, which is pretty nice. free 5-star standard character as well. Now, a lot of people are like, well, like when we compare the standard 5-star characters in Wuwa to ZZZ, let's be honest, guys. When it comes to the standard 5-star characters in Wuwa, Farina is the only valuable one. She really is. Kaucharo fell off tremendously on Jensen, the Kung Fu girl. She's pretty lame. What's his name? Lang Yang? Is that his name? Let me see. The Lion Boy. I forgot his name, but him, he's just trash. Okay, he's just trash. Encore, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather pick Verena versus Encore. So when it comes to standard 5-star characters in Wuwa, Verena is the only valuable one. All right. So when it comes to ZZZ, however, the 5-star characters are actually not that bad. You have the Wolf Dude, Lyson, however you say his name, the Ice Guy. He's pretty good with you know, new characters like Hugo, right? He's really good with them. So getting that character would be very nice. You have other characters as well who are pretty good. I think, was it Soldier 11? Soldier 11, I think she's a decent unit. But I will say, like, the best unit out of all of them is the white wolf dude. I forgot his name. I think it's Lycan. I forgot his name. Somebody can correct me in the comment section, but he's like the best one out of all of them. So the fact that you do get a free 5-star standard character is really good. Now, I know a lot of Wuwa players are going to be like, well, we got a free Zhang Liao, so it's fine. I think you guys are forgetting that for ZZZ, they also got a free Harumasa that was not in an anniversary patch. And when it comes to Zhang Liao, the reason why Kuro gave Zhang Liao for free is because Wuwa wasn't doing really well, and they had to, you know, give their players a free 5-star character, you know, to pretty much do damage control, to compensate their players for all the issues the game had. So to sit here and say that, oh, we had a free 5-star character, so there's no reason for them to give it for anniversary, is a bullshit excuse, because for ZZZ, they gave a free Harumasa, and they're also giving another free 5-star standard character in their anniversary patch. So that excuse of people saying, well, Wuwa doesn't have to give a free 5-star character because we already did it, is a terrible excuse, because ZZZ gave 2 free 5-star characters. Now, next we have a new area. We already talked about that. A lot of polychromes, right? Polychromes are pretty much like Astrites, Primo Gems. Since it's a new area, new region, you know, a lot of events, a lot of things going on. You have the story. Players are going to get a lot of polychromes, and I'm pretty sure if you pre-register right now, you're going to get, like, I think 320 polychromes. We're going to take a look at that later, but you're going to get a lot of polychromes. We also have optimizations when it comes to, you know, UI changes, you know, the mini map. Things are like looking really good when it comes to optimizations in ZZZ, especially when it comes to the UI. It looks really nice. Now, when it comes to the Wuwa anniversary, okay, so we're done with the ZZZ anniversary. Let's talk about the Wuwa anniversary. We got 35 free pulls. Now, hear me out. I'm excluding the Gilded Night Market event, because for the Gilded Night Market event, you're not getting all 10 quote-unquote free pulls for just simply, you know, completing the missions and getting the 10 free pulls in the shop. You have to summon. So the fact that you have to summon in order for you to get all 10 pulls, I'm excluding that. And I'm also excluding the returning event, because for the returning event, you get a 10 free pull, but that's only for returning players. So it's 35 free pulls. We have the Apology, where they gave us 10 Radiant Tides, and I'm only talking about the Radiant Tides, guys. I'm only talking about the Radiant Tides, the limited summon tickets, which is 10 Apology, right? 10 Radiant Tides. We also got 10 from like that, the 10 free pulls that were locked throughout Zani's banner. We have that. We also have the Cube warm-up event, which is another 10 Radiant Tides, and we also have the login event, which they gave us like 5 Radiant Tides. So that's 35 free pulls, okay? 35 free pulls. We're not talking about Astrites. Now, next, of course, we have the Cube events. Honestly, when it comes to the Cube events, I'm gonna be real with y'all. The Cube events, they were pretty boring. They really were. The Cube events were really boring, especially the race one, where you just sit there, you just spectate. It was just lame as hell. I didn't even participate in that event. So yeah, I didn't really care about the Cube events. They could have done a lot better for that. We also have the Dreaming Deep Solaris Film Festival. We have that event is currently ongoing in the game right now. It's like a combat event. And, you know, it's alright. It's nothing too deep. You know, I think it's like another elusive realm. I might be wrong here, but you know, it's just something to do, to be honest. It's cool. And of course, we have the returning event, where players can log in and pretty much like returning players can log in and get 10 free pulls. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure for the ZZZ first anniversary, there is not a returning event, right? So I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. But For the ZZ first anniversary, I don't think there is a returning event for ZZ first anniversary. Meanwhile, for Wuwa there is. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much like. Of course, we have the companion story for Zani. We have Chakona's event as well. We also have like the memory event, memories of the past. I think that's what it's called, where you're like just talking to the cube versions of Shorykeeper and etc. And you're getting some astrites. When it comes to Wuthering Waves first anniversary, it's honestly like just alright, to be honest. It feels like another patch. It just feels like another normal patch with just extra rewards, and that's pretty much it. You have like the new cosmetics for the echoes, the glider skin, not the glider but the wing skins that you get from the Cuba warm-up event, which is cool. And you also get, what was it called again? Oh yeah, the main stat selector. Yes, the main stat selector, where you can pretty much change the stats for the main stat for your echoes. That was also pretty good. And of course, you have optimizations as well. So that's pretty much all there is when it comes to the Wuwa first anniversary. And yeah, like when we compare both anniversaries, it's pretty obvious when it comes to ZZ's first anniversary. It actually feels like a first anniversary versus Wuwa's. But of course, it's because ZZZ is in a 2.0 patch, meanwhile Wuwa is in a filler patch. I feel like when it comes to these Wuwa players, I'm not saying all of them, but I feel like you guys are coping. You guys are really coping, because I would see some Wuwa players saying, "Oh, the 2.3 first anniversary is not actually the first anniversary. It's just a filler. It's just a filler patch. 2.4 is the real anniversary." They're probably joking, or they're probably for real. I don't know, but if they are for real, it's like, dude. You open the game and it literally says first anniversary. Like, what is this copium? Why are we coping about this? It just makes no sense to me. But I watched Ethan's reaction to this, and I checked the comments to see what people are saying. And this over here, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So this person says, "I play both Wuwa and ZZZ, so I want both games to be good. But I admit it's satisfying for ZZZ anniversary to blow Wuwa out of the water, since the Wuwa community has been shitting on ZZZ nonstop for no reason since its launch." Now, I agree. It's like, when you take a look at the ZZZ community, I have no issues with them at all. Like, I haven't had any issues with them. Nothing. They're pretty chill. Like, ZZZ community, I don't really care, to be honest. Like, they're doing their own thing. But when it comes to the interaction between the Wuwa community and the ZZZ community, I will say, Wuwa community, you guys have been on their backs recently, especially when it comes to the HP inflation, power creep, and etc. You guys have been on their backs recently. So I don't blame them for like retaliating and saying, "Yeah, guys, our anniversary is better than yours." I don't blame them for doing that, because you guys been going at them for a hot minute now, and now they finally have ammo to go against you guys, which is fair. So yeah, this is completely fair here. But look at this response over here. So this person says, "Oh yes, the usual, hey, this is a neutral opinion," while clearly liking one game more. What? It's like he never said that he likes ZZZ more. He's just saying that the ZZZ anniversary is just better than Wuwa's. Like, I don't understand when, like, whenever you state a fact and you say that something is better than the other, all of a sudden, "Oh, you like this game more, so that's a problem." It's like, bro, no, I'm just saying that this anniversary is just better. You guys constantly say that Wuwa's better than this, Wuwa's better than that. And then when people do the same thing for Wuwa, it's a problem. Make it make sense. But then he says, "I will never understand people and acting like a standard character is worth anything. The engine is solid, but so is not having a 50-50 on it to start. I will enjoy my pool characters. Wait, hold up. I will enjoy my pulls towards characters I actually want, while you guys get for your first anniversary what we got during the first year of the game. Short-term memory do go crazy. Still the best horror game, but the bar has gotten pretty low." Like, it's pretty funny how this person is talking about short-term memory when you literally exclude the fact that ZZ players got Haramasa for free. They literally gave out a free Haramasa in Zenless Zone 0. Like, why are we not talking about Haramasa? Why are we only talking about standard 5-star characters? And that comment right there is the mindset most Kurobots have. Whenever they believe that something shouldn't be in the game, they stand on that. Like, for example, 5-star standard characters. When players were saying for the first anniversary for Wuwa, how come we didn't get a 5-star standard character for free since you guys gave Zhang Liao for free? Which is a fair point. If you guys can give a free limited 5-star character, how come you can't do the same for a 5-star standard character? And then the response from the crew bots were, oh, you're just greedy. Oh, you're just a beggar. You know, you're ungrateful. Wuwa did all these amazing things for us, and you're still being a beggar. You're still being ungrateful. And it's like, okay, we take a look at ZZZ. They gave a limited 5-star character for free, and they gave a 5-star standard character selector for free as well. Plus, if you haven't played the game in a long time, I haven't. If you get in ZZZ right now, you log in, you can play with one of the standard 5-star characters for free for like a couple days. They let you like have a trial and you can play with them. You can play with the standard 5-star character of your choice for free. Like, you guys can check it out right now. There's like a trial where you can pick whichever 5-star standard character you want to play with, and they let you play with that character for free for a couple days. I think that's pretty cool. Like, I don't understand why most of these Wuwa players, if they think that a character isn't good enough in their account, then nobody else should be playing with that character. Nobody else should have the opportunity to get that character for free. We take a look at the prime tier list when it comes to ZZZ. We come over here. So we take a look at the prime tier list, right? This guy, Lykian, yo, his name is so freaking complicated. But we have Wolf Boy. I'm gonna call him Wolf Boy. I don't know. We have this guy, right? We have Furry here. I'm gonna call him a Furry. He is T0.5. He is an ice unit. Okay, he's a debuffing unit. He's very, very good with ice characters, like for example Hugo. Very, very good. And he's also very, very good with Ellen as well. I'm using him with my Ellen. So this guy, I think he's literally like the best standard character, 5-star standard character in the game. And you also have Rena, who's a 5-star standard character, and she's actually pretty decent. She's like a support unit. She's a pretty solid unit. You also have a Soldier 11. She's a DPS character, and she can actually clear content. I've seen a lot of people clear content with Soldier 11. That's actually very nice. Now, of course, you're gonna have to invest in the character and, you know, get insane artifacts or whatever on this character, which is understandable. But, you know, she is still a decent DPS unit. But when it comes to, you know, Nikomata, she's actually pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Grace, yeah, she's pretty trash too. Colada, she's actually pretty decent. She's not a bad unit. So you have decent choices when it comes to 5-star standard characters in Zenless Zone Zero. Meanwhile, for Wuthering Waves, when we take a look at Wuthering Waves here, it's honestly only Verena. Like, I'm gonna be real with you guys, it's only Verena and Encore. But the thing is, when it comes to Encore, since Encore is like a DPS character and she is a fusion unit, meanwhile you have Brant and we also have Lupa, who's coming soon, Encore is just gonna get pushed down the tier list even more. So Verena's like the only character that has long-term value. Meanwhile, everybody else, Charo terrible, Ling Ying terrible, Jinsen terrible. Who else is there? Yeah, you have Encore, yeah, and you also have Verena, who's like the best one out of all of them. But am I gonna sit here and say, because these 5-star standard characters are trash, Wuwa should not give us a 5-star standard character selector? No, I'm not gonna say that, because that is that's just self-centered and selfish for me to say something like that. Some people don't even care about the meta and they want to get these characters. Some people don't even care about, you know, Charo being terrible, but they still want to play with him because they like the character. They like his gameplay. Like this right over here, damn it, I forgot the comment, but you guys remember that comment. That comment is so destructive in the Gacha community. It really is. When you say, oh, that's such a useless standard 5-star character, so therefore who cares about this 5-star standard selector? Who cares about that? I would rather summon for a limited 5-star character instead. Bro, get out of here with that mindset, man. That's such a toxic, poisonous mindset to make it seem as if your priorities showers over everybody else's priorities. You have gameplay, you have design, you have so many things about these characters. There are so many aspects when it comes to all these units in these games. There's different reasons for me to summon for all these characters. Maybe I want to summon for this unit because they look really cool. Maybe I want to get this character because I like their gameplay. But to sit here and say, oh, because the character is trash, Wuwa should not give a 5-star center selector for free for first anniversary, because who's gonna use it? Dude, speak for yourself. And we have another one over here. This person says, wait, let me go back real quick. This person says, so people are attacking Wuwa and hyping it up in the comments because a standard character and weapon selector while the game has weapon banner with 70, 25 pity, 90 pity, and power creep and HP inflation issues. You guys see what I'm talking about, right? It's like, bro, you're sitting here trying to nitpick and complain about ZZZ, and all the ZZ players, all they're saying is, yeah, our anniversaries is better in terms of rewards, content, and, you know, Ellen receiving a buff. But let's go ahead, let's be petty, and let's just say, oh yeah, your weapon banner has a 70-25 pity. It's not 100% like us. Like, this behavior needs to stop. It really does need to stop, and it's just childish. And this is an advice to Wuwa players. You guys are embarrassing yourselves. Stop embarrassing yourselves, because you guys are honestly putting out a bad image. You guys are putting out a bad image by acting like this. The ZZ first anniversary is good, and the fact that you guys are trying to go and try to find so many reasons as to why players should not be happy about the ZZ first anniversary, it is disgusting. It really is. And it just goes to show the hypocrisy, because you guys are always complaining about Genshin players, Genshin shields going out their way to attack you guys and discredit Wuwa. Meanwhile, what are you guys doing? The same exact thing these Genshin players are doing. Going out and trying to like discredit ZZ players and just disregard the entire first anniversary and just water it down to, oh, it's just a 5-star standard character. It's not even that serious. It's just, you guys still have 70-25 pity. You guys still have 90 pity. Garbage game. Huh? And look at this. Wuwa already gave 2 5-star selectors and a weapon selector at level 45. Once again, these people did not play ZZZ, bro. And I didn't even play the game when they gave Haramasa for free. I didn't even play the game when they gave this character for free. And even I understand. Even I did my research to understand and know that Haramasa, this is a 5-star limited character, and they gave him for free. Meanwhile, this is what people are saying. Wuwa already gave 2 5-star selectors. Anyways, now surprising, especially since the best patch so far was 1.4, where they removed features and finally implemented things players have been asking for since CBT3, like shared ults. Took them half a year. But at least they fixed the problem they created themselves in the first place by buffing Ellen that was worse at M6 than M0 Miyabi. So apparently if you treat players like that, they'll start clapping for any scraps you throw at them. So we're just gonna sit here and pretend that Wuwa, we haven't been complaining about the Echo EXP issue for the past year, and we haven't been complaining about the fact that we can't fly in 1.x regions. Now that wasn't for a year, but we still been complaining about that ever since version 2.0. Like, I like it how we're gonna sit here and just pretend that Wuwa is the only game where players haven't been complaining about issues since day one, where players have been complaining about issues for a long time and the devs still haven't addressed these issues. We're gonna pretend like Wuwa is the exception to the rule, and ZZZ and all these other games, they're not the exception. I'm sorry, man, but this is just hypocritical, man. You guys already know how I am. I'm a very honest person, and when I see hypocrisy, I'm gonna call it out. This is extremely hypocritical. Honestly, I'm starting to believe that the reason why these people have this mindset is because since the devs gave us Echo loadouts, they believe that nobody should be complaining at all because of Genshin and HSR and ZZZ, the fact that those games don't have loadouts. So therefore, the fact that Wuwa has loadouts, oh, you guys can't be complaining about Wuwa anymore, since they did something that Genshin failed to do, failed to implement their own game for the past 5 years, and Wuwa did it instantly. And it's like, bro, loadouts should be something that should be in the game since day one. I'm sorry, it should be in the game since day one. It's great that Wuwa did it, but just because Wuwa did something that these other games didn't do, right, it doesn't mean now all of a sudden Wuwa is immune to criticism and Wuwa is immune to messing up their own game. Once again, when it comes to the 5-star character for Wuwa, the reason why they gave Zhang for free is because the game wasn't doing well. The game wasn't doing well, so therefore they gave Zhang for free. Well, let's go ahead and pretend like Kuro is some sort of, I don't know, man. These people are just gods. They can do no wrong, right? But every other game out there, they're the devil. It's just ridiculous. And then we continue. I gotta admit, ZZ Anniversary is more stacked than Wuwa Anniversary, but in terms of 2.0 plus Anniversary at the same time, it's kind of lacking. So I hope people out there still know that their limit and stop saying things like, in terms of 2.0, ZZZ is still better than Wuwa. I encountered posts like that quite much after ZZZ livestream. It's just ridiculous, man. It's like, yeah, ZZZ 2.0 anniversary patch. Yes, it isn't a 2.0 patch, but at the same time, it's still a good anniversary. Why do we have to be petty? Why do we have to be petty? Because think about it, guys. If the same thing happened to Wuwa and first anniversary took place, let's say version 2.0, all right? Let's just say first anniversary took place in version 3.0 or 4.0. And let's say the same rewards ZZZ got, Wuwa got it as well. 30 free pulls, 5-star standard selector, right? Free 5-star standard weapon, main character skins, like the same thing ZZZ got. Wuwa got the same thing for the 3.0 second anniversary or first anniversary. If anybody said, bro, this is still mid and it's lacking, you know what I'm saying? Like for an anniversary patch and in a 2.0 patch, this is still lacking. Oh, you're a beggar. You're greedy. You're a beggar. Why are you begging? Just be grateful. Like you guys see the hypocrisy, right? You guys see the hypocrisy. Y'all remember when everybody was complaining about the rewards for Wuwa, and everybody, all the Kurobots, you're greedy, you're a beggar. I even made a video talking about it because it was bad. Like if you said anything about the Wuwa anniversary, you would get called a beggar and you're ungrateful. Wuwa did so many amazing things for us, and you're complaining about rewards. How dare you? And it's like, are you serious, bro? But when the same thing happens to ZZZ, oh, this is a 2.0 patch. This is pretty mid. Who cares? Hypocrisy. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much how I feel about this whole ZZZ anniversary versus Wuwa first anniversary situation. Once again, I do believe that ZZ's first anniversary is better than Wuwa's. Of course, there's, you know, things to consider, like, oh, you know, ZZZ first anniversary takes place in a 0.0 patch, a 2.0 patch. Story is not a filler patch, so therefore of course you're gonna have more content. That's definitely a reasonable and valid take. I agree with that 100%. But however, when it comes to the pettiness from the Wuwa community, pettiness, and this doesn't go for every single Wuwa player, this is specifically for the Wuwa players who are going out of their way to try and dog on the ZZZ first anniversary and literally just try to like downplay the game and say, oh, you guys don't have 100%, you guys don't have guaranteed weapon pick, you guys don't have guaranteed on the weapon banner. I forgot the raids 70-20, I don't know, I forgot, but you guys don't have 100% like we do. Oh, you still have these issues from day one, you still have this, you still have that. If you're going out of your way to do that on ZZZ first anniversary, stop it. Just stop it. You're not making this any better, and it just goes to show that you're doing whatever it takes to make your game superior to any other game out there. And it's embarrassing. These are just gacha games. At the end of the day, these companies do not care about us. They're just pumping out content, pumping out updates just to get our money. That's literally all it comes down to. It applies to every game. So defending, shielding doesn't do anything for you. It really doesn't. It doesn't at all. And Wuwa players, you guys need to stop it. You guys really do. Because it really is starting to get annoying, because you guys are always complaining about Genshin players going out their way to attack you guys, you know, mass reporting, you know, all these characters, for example, Cardathea, we talked about that, you know, them trying to increase the age rating for the game, you know, trying to get the CCP involved. We have to deal with that in the Wuwa community, and it's extremely annoying. But when you guys are going out your way to go and attack the ZZZ community, constantly talk trash about their game, constantly you know, downplay their updates and say that the game is terrible, it's like, bro, when they respond back, don't be surprised and don't be shocked, because you guys have been going at them for a long time, and now that they finally have ammo to clap back and say, yo, our first anniversary is actually better, I don't blame them for saying that, because it's the truth. Their first anniversary is better. You guys can keep coping and keep saying, oh, well, this 2.3 anniversary is not the Wuwa anniversary. It's like, dude, you're embarrassing yourself. You really are. And you guys are doing the same exact thing these Genshin players do. Not mass reporting, but when it comes to dogging on other gacha games, that is not a Genshin game. If the game is not Genshin, they will dog on the game no matter what. And that's exactly what you Wuwa players are doing. Haha, your game is not better than ours because we have 100% guaranteed. Oh, it's 5-star standard character, who cares? We got a 5-star standard character since day one. We got Zhang Liao. We got a weapon selector. Why are you talking about that in a ZZZ video? How do you think that's going to make people feel? Imagine you go watch a Wuwa video and then you see people in the comments saying, bro, our game is better because we got this, we got that, we got skins, we got MC skin, we got weapon skin, we got all these things. Wuwa is trash. How would you feel? How would you feel if people were doing that under a Wuwa video? I 100% guarantee you guys would be like, yo, why are you watching this video? Why are you in a Wuwa comment section? Get out of here. Let us enjoy the game. Yes, that right there. Let us enjoy the game in peace. Let us enjoy it. And if you guys think I'm actually lying about this, this is under the ZZZ channel, right? Version 2.0 teaser, where they're talking about the 2.0 update and showcasing, you know, all the events, characters, and etc. Look at what these people are saying. So this person says 30 pulls, free standard agent and W engine, plus an old agent buff, new outfits and areas, triple farming rewards and more events, meaning more polychromes. This is how you do an anniversary, y'all, right? People just being happy about the anniversary. And this is what you get. They had to do something to bring back all the free-to-play peeps who can't play the current version of the game. If you're not hacking or well, you're not getting the 9 stars in Deadly Assault or all 7 stars in ranks and shield defense. We go down even more. Look at this. Absolutely generous anniversary gift. Thank you to the devs of ZZZ. And look at this over here. Hoyo tribalism. Keep getting drip-fed slop and be happy with the minimum rewards you're getting. And once again, you look at this. Wuwa profile pic, and we take a look at all this person's comments. If they actually fixed their god-awful weapon banner, then I'll think of playing this slop. ZZZ Devs really did decide to win finally. W Devs for this first anniversary rewards. And watch. Finally, they've been cooking and winning. What are you talking about? ZZZ and other Hoyo Devs have been winning all the time. And then look at this over here. You are aware that this is Anniversary Plus 2.0 update. No one cares about standard character, maybe new players. Standard weapon is decent. All in all, people hype this up way too much. The rewards aren't extraordinary. It's like, are you kidding me, bro? Nobody is saying that this is the, you know, this is a godly anniversary. Nobody is saying that this is one of the best anniversaries of all time. And no, people are just happy the fact that, you know, this anniversary is actually satisfying. It's actually an anniversary. That's all they're saying. But of course, you have to go out your way, just straight up water down this update, right? Doodle on this update. It's just insane, bro. And this is under the ZZZ channel, man. Under the ZZZ channel. And look, now this is player friendly. And look, you see, this is the same person. Look, this is the same person who is typing the same thing over and over again. He is literally spamming this comment, just trying to water down the update. And look, pretty mid. Looking back at it, hope they step it up in 2.0, but with all this Chinese region nonsense, it's not looking good in my opinion. Laugh my ass out. I'm telling y'all, bro, there's a reason why I made this video. There's a reason why I made this video, because I'm noticing how these Wuwa players are acting, and it's just outright disgusting. Because if the same thing was happening to you guys would be crashing out and saying, oh my gosh, just leave us alone and let us enjoy the game peacefully. But here you guys go, you're going into the comment section in the ZZZ channel and you're just trying to dog water on the update. And if anybody says, yo, this is an amazing anniversary, it's not even that deep, dude. Like, dude, just stop. Like, why are you glazing? It's not even that serious. It's not even that good. Standard characters, who cares about that? Like, they're just trying their best to just nitpick and find anything to complain about and just completely shit on the update. But anyways, that's enough yapping for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But once again, me personally, I think ZZZ first anniversary really nice. And when it comes to Wuwa first anniversary, they definitely lacked a lot. And maybe next time for second anniversary is going to be a lot better. You know, it's not the end of the world. You know, sometimes expectations aren't met. It is what it is. We move on from there. But this whole gacha tribalism of my game is better than your game because we have this and you don't have that, so therefore your anniversary sucks, or you're glazing the game too much, blah blah blah, and all this nonsense, it needs to stop. It seriously needs to stop. But I hope you guys have a good one. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Adios.